guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Right.
What's going on, everyone? ANCAP24 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about beating man coverage and how we can utilize a ability that just got put in the game on Vernon Davis to really help that out. Now, I'm going to show you, what I like to do when they are pressed, what I like to do when they are backing off their players, and how we can use this ability in the best way possible to get the animations that we want. This game is a game of animations, and I know that when you look at this Yak 'em Up by Vernon Davis, it says that he's going to have an increased chance of breaking a tackle. Now, the difference between getting a lot of yards and just a few after the broken tackle has to do with the tackle point spot. And I'm going to explain that and how we are able to isolate the player and get the best animations possible by understanding the game. Okay, so let's talk about spinner, and let's just start by going to this play called double slants at the gun flex Y off weak. Now, I do believe that this is the best way to run this, and want to at least kind of get you guys thinking about formations to make this work for yourself. I feel like the tight end needs to be on the wide side with a solo receiver on a slant and flat combo. Okay, looks like this. Now, I do put the Y a lot of times on streaks just to get him out of the play, so that way we don't bring any more defenders towards the right, but that's something different, okay? Now, what's going to happen here is if you look at this type of spinner, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press here. And if you look at this, the guy that's going to cover him is going to be the safety on the right side of the field. So in this instance, a lot of times what you'll see is that this will be the user. He'll stay here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take Davis. We're going to take a one-step motion and move him to the right. And the reason why I do this is for two reasons. If I see that they're pressed, if my B receiver wins to the inside, he often will set a pick on that safety that's going towards the right. We're going to catch it. We're going to go around the field. It's going to be an easy touchdown. If he doesn't set the pick, what happens when I do this motion flat by the tight end is that the player that's covering him doesn't take a direct angle right away. He kind of shuffles, and it gives us a lot more room to get the isolation that we want, and to get around the corner to get the tackle animation that we want. And I'll explain all that. I know I'm talking a lot. Let's jump into it, okay? So if I do this where I move him over, I hike the ball, I throw it out here, you're going to see a lot of times two things just happened on that play, but it happened the way we wanted it to, okay? So, and you can see that that was an easy walk and touchdown, and I did nothing on the play really. I threw a flat route. So the first thing we're trying to do here, with 17, if he wins inside like he does, a lot of the times he's going to be able to pick his man. Now, at the last second, it looks like our guy actually hits the cornerback, and it takes his shoulder away from taking that player away. Not a big deal. And what ends up happening is, if you look at this player, you can see where he tackles him, okay? We want him to have to try to tackle our back, okay? What does that mean? If he gets his head across and tackles inside our numbers, he is going to slow us up. We may break it, but he's not going to get an easy animation. The way the game is programmed, anytime you get the head across and tackle in front of the shoulder, he's going to slow up the tackle. If we get him to either do this reach tackle or tackle our back, and see how I was able to get that one step around him, he tackles the back. This is that wraparound tackle. That's an easy tackle. He's going to break, and he's going to obviously get around for the end zone big time, okay? So let's go ahead and do another example. So we're going to do the same thing here, and I'm going to get these guys here and get everyone positioned up, do the same one-step motion, and we're going to see if we get the pick, great. If not, I'm going to show you basically the differences in tackles. Some are going to be good, some are going to be bad, but I want to point them out, and then I want to show you exactly what to do to avoid it, okay? So here we go. We're going to move this guy here, hike the ball. We're going to throw this ball out here, and you can see that time we got the pick, and we are off to the races, right? That's the ideal situation. Let me show it to you in replay and kind of explain exactly, why this happened the way it did. We told you earlier, if this guy goes ahead and gets the inside leverage, he'll get that pick, and we got it, and we're off to the races. So Vernon Davis was not needed on his ability at all there, okay? So let's do it here again. And I know I'm going to do a lot of examples here, but it's important to me that you guys understand, okay? Here we go. Do the hike. I'm going to fire it out there. And you're going to see here that, again, I'm getting that pick. And obviously, that's ideal. Now, what we're going to try to do on this play is we're actually going to go and press these guys, but we're going to back off the player on the outside so that pick animation can't happen because he's off. And a lot of people run it this way, okay? So let's do the same thing. We're gonna move it over here, hike this ball, fire it out here, and we still got that ability a little bit, but we're able to get some easy yards. So you can see how the play design's there, okay? That's not exactly what we're hoping to show you here. I wanna not waste your time showing example after example after example, but what we're gonna do here is hopefully isolate that safety and show you the movement you have to do with your tight end in order to get that back tackle. So here we go, hike this ball, throw it over here, okay? And now what we're gonna do is you can see how I actually moved backwards and laterally in order for him to tackle my back, okay? So look here, and when I throw this here, I got this catch, and at this point, he has an angle of getting to me. So what I do is I actually go back and have him tackle my back so that way I can catch this and get up the field and get some more yards. Now, obviously, depending on how smooth it is and how easy your tight end catches the ball, it's going to change the timing of this, but this can be anywhere from an 8 to a 50-yard play. And that's what I really want to show you when it comes to the way this works against this type of spinner. We'll do it one more time and show you here. I throw this ball, throw this out here. We're going to get this, and now we're going to go let him get his back, and you can see how we're going to catch that 8 yards. Now, that guy right there, you know, is typically going to be someone that the way people play this game, they don't click on that guy and tackle him. They usually click off people. So at this point, they're not clicking on to make this tackle. So you can see how I'm running laterally to ensure I want this guy to tackle my back. And by doing that, I get that easy free and I get up the field, okay? So now let's go and look at a different style of play. I'm going to do this at a wide trio off week just to kind of show it to you and just pick a play that's a little easier to show, which will be the PA wide receiver in, because it already has a tight end drag. We're going to attack with a tight end drag on this one. I could do this on Spinner. I could do this on Overstorm Brave. I might as well just show you on Overstorm Brave because it's just a different example, right? So if they play Overstorm Brave to where they basically go and back these guys off, and wrong guys, let's just make sure we do this here. We back these guys off and make sure that they're in good spots, right? So we'll move these guys here. A lot of times this guy's going to move this player right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the running back on a wheel, motion him to the right. So this is all we have to do for this play, because what we're doing is we're attacking with the tight end on a drag to the left, making sure that the user has to go over and cover the running back. They'll be over here, whatever the case is. And what's going to end up happening is that we're going to have that player play from a trail position. And if they do that, we are already going to have them on our back. So as long as they don't dive tackle us from distance, we're in a really good position here. So I do like to slide right, because a lot of times what happens is the player on the right is the one that's going to come in the quickest. So we do this here, slide right, throw this ball here, and you can see here that we had that ability to get that guy to get that, that reach tackle on us from behind, and we were able to get big yards. We're taking flats and drags here and making them into big plays. Obviously, I did slide right, so that guy came flying in my face. Next time I'm going to ID and all that just to get a little bit better. But watch what we do here on a simple drag, knowing that this guy's playing us from behind. If we're able to kind of let him, at this point, not let him get his head across, he's going to get that reach tackle, and we're going to get a big play. Let's try it one more time just to kind of show you how this is going to work and how, basically all this stuff is intended. And it's all about angles, guys, and knowing how the game plays. And that's what we try to do our best with this YouTube channel, with our website, just everything in general, to kind of understand, hey, it's the little details that you guys might be missing that makes a big difference on success and not success. And this is one of them, right? So I'll show this one more time. This time, like I said, I'm going to slide right, ID left, just so that we can kind of get this guy a little bit here, with this guy through. He did get caught up in traffic, catch this ball. You can see how I went ahead and I went lateral with it, so that guy would go do the reach tackle, and we got a lot big yards. Now, these are things that are going to frustrate your opponent. They want to play in man coverage. They're playing an aggressive style, have to make the tackle to make it work. So when you see that we do this, you're going to get that ability to go ahead. And at this point, I don't want him to tackle me, so I run lateral. See how I run lateral? And when he does that, he goes for my back, I go up the field, and I'm in good shape. So when people are playing this man coverage and you're looking at their players and they don't have secure tacklers or tackle supremes on those safeties or a particular person, then we can go ahead and attack them, right? Say they didn't have it on this player here, and you want that guy to be the manned up player, then just flip the play because he's going to be the guy basically that covers him, right? And we're going to attack him. So knowing what you're going against and making sure that if they have a weakness from a tackling standpoint, get your yak 'em up Vernon Davis on them. Or if you don't want to use that, or if you're in a CFM, or if you're in something that doesn't have that ability, go to our first play where we showed you how we could do just a simple motion flat with a slant and a doubles type look and get that pick play and get a lot of yards. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. We hit tips all year long. You're definitely consistent, 4 or 5 days a week. And until the next one, guys, we appreciate you and have a great day.